Hello, this is Lisa Hazard with the podcast We're All Psychic. Today is another video podcast. I'm doing a tarot lesson number 18. I don't know what number it is. And to get in the Halloween spirit, I gave myself a dead rose behind my ear. And trying this out with just my tablet's microphone, so we'll see how this goes. So today I want to teach you guys about symbols and colors in the Rider Waite tarot. Most of the decks that are based on the Rider Waite tarot will have these same correspondences. So just for example, I'm going to pull a random card out of the Rider Waite and go over some symbols. So let's see. Pull this one. Oh, the Eight of Cups blew up right. So with the Eight of Cups, for example, I love it. I love that it had a moon right away. And it's got a weird moon. So you'll see the moon looks weird in a lot of tarot pictures. And so the colors can really give you a feeling for what the card's main theme is. With this card, there's a lot of blue. And that's kind of like sadness, mourning, transformation, emotions, the blues. The yellows are like optimism and positivity. So, and then when you see like green, like these mountains, that's like growth. Okay? And when you see water, that's definitely the emotions. So if you look at this card, you can, and the red is also like passion and danger and sacrifice, stuff like that. So like looking at this card, you see there's a whole bunch of blue and there's some gold, but they're yellow. But, you know, he's not dealing with any of the yellow. However, he has yellow hair. So there's some optimism he's leaving behind. The moon is yellow, and the moon is mysteries, the subconscious. So he's got red boots too. So he's taking like a dangerous sacrifice to leave all this optimistic stuff and go towards the growth and vitality. But he's got a ways to go. So, I mean, that's an example of some of the symbols, and that's how I'd like to do this video. So I'll just start pulling random cards and see what we get. Let's hope we don't, I'll put the Eight of Cups aside. We've done. And I'll just pull the top cards and we'll see what we got. We have the Ten of Wands. So with this guy, there's a lot of blue. You see he's got green pants. And like this kind of like murky when the colors are kind of like toned down into like this kind of yellowish green. You can put the yellow and green together. And in the way that it's washed out, the fact that it's kind of washed out means something too. So see, he's got the red skirt, and orange is like creativity and sometimes stress and balance. He's got an orange shirt, an orange, kind of orange brown boots. He has blonde hair, yellow hair. So he's got an optimistic mindset. White is usually like clarity, purity, really, seeing clearly. So his arms are very clearly strong because he's carrying all these wands. And as you know from the Suits videos, if you see the wands, cups, pentacles, or swords, they just represent the element or, the suit. So, and then he's going towards all this vitality too. And there's some red. So like his skirt, his tunic, skirt thing is like, it's red, so he's putting some sacrifice into this, and it's this card's we talked about it in the videos. It's about carrying a burden, obviously, and needing to ask for help. So if you look at the colors, there's some sadness here. The main color really is blue, and but he has all these brighter colors in his clothes that show what he's working towards, and he has a good intention here with this white sleeve. And his goal is the growth with the pants. So being the dulled down color, see, he's heading towards the green and the vitality. The dyed down colors kind of show that he's tired. So I'll try another card with some symbols. Maybe we'll get a major arcana. Let's see. Oh, they're all coming up reverse. Another wand. So 9 of Wands. Here's an example with the colors. We have gray. And gray is sometimes... Was that gray? Yeah, sometimes it's like doubts or shadowing. Something's shadowing. So in this case, he's wearing kind of red and orange. And the green, vitality, pants. The red, sacrifice, danger. Now look at that. He's got a white, like, bandana. So this white bandana can show that he has clarity because of his damage. It's kind of like a, bandage over his head because he got hurt. So this then leaves here. Let's start getting into some of the symbols. Leaves are also like green. They represent growth and the vitality and stuff like that. So, like, if you look at this card, you see a lot of blue and red and green, kind of. So there's some pain and sadness. There's some, like, passion here with the reds. And they're fading here in yellow up to yellow. So, like, what he walks on is vitality. What at his hips is the passion and the sacrifice. Around his waist is danger, the black. And the black can also be the mysteries and loss. As well as up at the sleeves, he has some blue. So he's wearing kind of like his sadness on his sleeves. So this guy's had a rough time. He's learned his lesson. He's good. But it's all that blue, and so you can just kind of look at the color scheme and see a lot of stuff. So we'll try another one. Let's see what we get. Upside down. Oh, this is going to be real easy. A heart is pretty easy to explain. A heart is just a heart. It's what you love. And with this one, it's rain. It's kind of happening. Rain happens right now, but the clouds are white. Clouds are important. So if you see white clouds, it's that clarity of thought. If you see gray clouds, there's some doubt. There's some stuff you don't know about the situation. But here, this is like, you have to give something up that you really love card, obviously, or you're going to, or you're about to, or and it's hard to do a tarot reading right at the moment something's happening. So it's usually right before. And red is the danger and the sacrifice. The gray is the doubts. And then up here, though, above it, there's real clarity here in this decision. So let's try another one. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, it was upright. 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so this guy, you remember this guy. He's happy. He's got it all. Look at that. What's the main color you see here? It's kind of like a grayish white. And the gold and the red. So, and behind him, he has like buildings and some vitality. He's got a lot of like different colors behind him. And the main thing I look at when I see all this gray, I just think, like stopping and pausing. And of course, it's a 4. And it also makes me think of like, you feel like you know something, but you might not know it all yet, which kind of is indicated by the 4. So I see a lot of yellow. So there's optimism, wealth. And the red, this guy's worked for it. He's passionate about his money. The black is protection too sometimes, so he's protecting his money. Then his shoes are kind of like a orange, kind of orangey. So he's got a creative way of making money. And then see, this is ways you can look at the cards and look at some. Let's get a major arcana, man. We got the 5 of Pentacles. So here, look at this. What I've taught you, what do you think? See a lot of black, don't you? There's loss, and protection. Because there's a church they're walking by. I always assume it's a church. In most tarot decks that imitate the Rider Waite, this will be a church of some sort. So then you see the blue as sadness, the red as sacrifice, but they have something. They're moving. Like he has a green sleeve, she has a green skirt. So they have something. They have hope, and they have each other. And up here, far behind them, is the optimism. They're trying to get somewhere happier, but it's right there. The support's there. They just need to go inside the church. And you see the blue sadness. Yeah, I think we did that. So, yeah, that one's just a lot of loss. You can see that. Need. That's a severe need card. I'm going to just dig for a major. I didn't have to dig. It was the first one that they were fault. So this guy's got lots of symbols. The major arcana has a lot of symbols. Look at this guy. This thing is like what the Pope carries. I can't remember what it's called. I should know that. And it has this like thing, the symbol where those 3 like that. And that's kind of the doctrine sign. And now he has pillars. You're going to see pillars in a lot of the major arcana and a lot of cards. Pillars show like somebody who has kind of two sides to them, and structure, pillars. And if you look at this, you see a lot of red. And, the Hierophant is about religion and advice, like not spirituality really, but like structures and structures of doctrine. They throw a rose at his feet. And he has roses at his feet. So, no, that's the guy's clothes. But he does have keys. So you see these keys, and you'll see the keys crossed like that in the tarot a lot. He has secrets. He has the answers to secrets and mysteries. So when you look at this, you see a lot of the gray. So there's a lot of doubt in this doctrine. And there's optimism at the way it presents itself with its crown. And there's the red. So there's passion here, but there's something dangerous about it. And these guys have red, so they kind of, it looks like they're a little intimidated when you look at the colors, but behind them on their backs is optimism. So behind them is optimism, but in front of them is this guy. So, the Hierophant, everyone has their own opinions of, but you can get more of an idea of what you might really think about a card, or get more ideas for how to see a card when you know the colors and the symbols and all their meanings. And roses are love. Also, what else we got on here? White sleeves. His actions are when he, his actions, moving his arm, I guess, his actions are pure. His actions mean well. And he has some accents of the white. So there's something about him that is, that is clear, like clear thoughts and stuff like that. Dan, you gonna come say hi? I don't think he is. There's a bunch more symbols for you. Yeah. I'll say hi. How's it looking? You're gonna come say hi. How's it looking? You gotta give him love. So, like often before podcasts, when I'm interviewing people, Gandalf will hear me talking on my headset, and he'll come in and demand love until I give him a lot of love, and then I can start the podcast. So I think that's what he's doing. He's gonna let me work in. You want to work on Rose? The cute cat. Okay, I might cut that out. Can't. So then we get an ace. So every ace will have a hand. I've talked about this, I think. Every ace will have a hand. I didn't say hand, I said hand. We'll have a hand, and see there's a cloud. There's always a cloud where the hands are coming out. This one's gray, so it has some doubts, some unknowns. The hands are mysterious, but it's white, the white hands, so it's got pure intentions. And arches are like opportunities, something you can go through to start something new. Hey, you want to see a cat butt? Cat butt. And then you have the flowers all mean something too. Like different flowers mean different things. I think these are lilies. I can't really see. They look like lilies. And they might be like daffodils or something. And then around the hand there's a lot of like white rays. Okay, pause for a moment while I give cat love. So this is where we're at. Ooh, try another card. Gandalf really needs some love. So, yeah, I'm a little overwhelmed with my duties right now, Gandalf. Two of Pentacles. So this is the juggler guy. He has orange and red. He's a lot of, like, his blue. I mean, the main color is kind of blue, but the ones that stand out are the red, the orange, the yellow. So has some emotion in here with what he's doing. He's managing it. There's like waves, but they're even. And look at that little ship. That ship's going down. The ship's going down, but this guy's holding on to everything. He's not dropping the ball. And his infinity symbol thing here is green. So he's got some growth and vitality here. He has a lot of passion about what he's doing and something dangerous about it. And the orange is like the creativity and the balance. And he's balancing. So there's a lot of emotions in this. I think the darker blues are more like the sadness and grieving. But the lighter blues are just like the feels, So, he's posing again. Oh, he's posing. Oh, look at him pose. What do you think, Anne? You like it? No? Okay. Doesn't like it. It's not one of his cards. So then we had it with reverse, but we have the Six of Wands. So there's a laurel. This is the laurel. When you see a laurel, somebody is getting rewarded or recognized. And this is a big recognition card. And he's wearing a laurel around his head. So he's getting all kinds of recognition. And he's a horse. The horse is like stability and supported in his endeavors. His coat is red. And in this case, I think of it as not danger or sacrifice. Or maybe he did have some danger and sacrifice to get the red. But he has a lot of passion. And his horse is white. The horse clearly knows what he's doing. His boots are orange, so he walks on creativity. And what else we got in there? Anything? A lot of greens. We've probably got a lot of wealth. And, he's got a little optimism flair in here, a little sunshine in the shirt. You're making me tired and hot now. Okay, I'm going to stop for a minute and see if he'll sit down now. All right, Gandalf. He's nice and chilled out now. So let's go to another card. Oh, it's an ace. Ace of Swords. See, there's a hand issuing the sword. And there's a laurel in the crown. The crown is a divine symbol, intersection of the divine. So this hand and sword has a connection to the divine, and it's truth too. So you got your laurels. So there's some vitality and there's some recognition here. And these are yods. I like yods. That's another divine symbol. And I believe Donna said something about the yods in one of our tarot talks that I can't remember what she said, but I just like them. They're really cool. Hands. She said they represent the hand. And there's a hand. So the doubts, where's this hand coming from? Clouds are darker gray. And then behind it is a lot of gray. And then around the hand again is shining white, and the hand's white, so there's a lot of clarity here. The truth. And then below it, you see some emotion, not much. You see some mountains. The mountains are obstacles to overcome. And if you look at how high or low they are, like how steep or intimidating they look, that's kind of like how big or steep the obstacle is. Or if they're low like this and in the distance, there's not much of an obstacle. So let's see what else we got. Let's see what card we want to work with now. The wheel. That's a good one. This is a good one. So I don't know where to start. Just look at it. Just look at it. The colors. I mean, it's got all the colors. It has all the colors. We got a lot of Egyptian stuff. We have all the mythos in here. All kinds of mythos. A lot of astrology. The clouds are gray. So this is the wheel. So y'all know what the Wheel of Fortune is about. It's about the cycles of your life and luck. And you remember it spins around and around. And all of these little guys symbolize parts of the cycles of life in different ways. And if you look into the mythos, see there's an angel. There's a griffin. Is that a griffin? I think that's an eagle. There's like a griffin, and this is like a little bull with wings. And there's like a snake, and this guy, I don't know what he is, but he's red. So I think it's interesting that this red is like the wheel is resting on this guy. And then the Sphinx up here, or this guy up here, this kind of sphinxy fella. He's got a sword, but he's blue. So he's got some sadness here. There's a lot of blue in this card. But the thing that stands out to me the most is this orange color of the wheel. It's creativity. And creativity is how is creating something. It's how things even start doing. Something happens because somebody creates something or somebody destroys something. And that's when all the symbols, the little creatures are gold. So they help. They're optimistic. They're helpers. And then like the wheel resting on this passionate little, what is he? I don't know what he is. He looks like a little devil. A little imp or coyote devil dog thing. Oh, there's a lot of dogs. Like, yeah, you've seen the dogs. The dogs are loyalty, friendships. And this guy doesn't look too friendly, but he might be. So shouldn't judge appearances, right? But he's red. He's a passionate danger. So let's get another card. Justice. Look at all that red. Look at all that red. So Justice he's got his scales. The scales represent balance and equality. And he has the pillars. The pillars show that he has two sides to him and that he has structure and authority, or this card does. And there's optimism here. There's some good stuff in the justice, but most of it's red and gray. So there's some gray areas in justice. There's a crown. The crown is the intersection with the divine. He's got some green, and he has a little white, like, brooch, or this thing that puts his shawl together, a little cloak. It's white. That's the only thing that's really white. And you think with justice, you'd have more white, but it's supposed to be clarity, but it's not. It's gray. And the red shows that there's a lot of stuff going on with justice. So let's get another card. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups. So people represent people. So there's people and there's little people. And it's the happy family card. The rainbow is showing happiness and magic, kind of, the sprinkle of life. And the people are all wearing different colors, so it shows that they have a dynamic kind of relationship in their personalities. There's a little red house way out there. There's water, there's some emotions, there's vitality and growth. There's this, like, kind of an orangey, greeny, yellowy color. It's just like a foundation of just, good stuff. And there's some blue, but in this case, like, when I look at this card, I really notice the green and the rainbow. It just looks really happy. It looks like these people are doing all right. And the blue doesn't look sad to me, because, like, they're looking at it and they're really happy. They're looking at the rainbow, though. They're not looking at the blue. They're not noticing the sadness anymore or anything like that. Have it good. Then we have a page. We haven't had a face card, I don't think, yet. The page is, okay, he's got a fish. And in this particular case, his fish is like an invitation. It's a funny card. He's supposed to be the invitation for love or romance or fun, and he's just so fun. So he has, like, kind of red. They're red, but they're red and speckled, so it looks pink, but it's red. So they're kind of fun red, kind of fun passion. It's pink. That's what pink is, the fun passion. And his tunic here is blue. So this is the emotional kind of blue. So he's bringing his emotions to the table with his fun red and pinkish color. And his shoes are creative. Got the orange. Stands on a creative foundation. Yellow. Talking about standing on a positive foundation. The ground is yellow. And behind him, there's just gentle waves. Not too rough. He's handling his emotions. And then there's some gray. So he's not all sure about what he's doing, but he's doing it anyway. So let's see if we can get one more good one. Here's a good one. Strength. There's the infinity symbol, and it's the like I've said before, the reason we're trying to learn tarot. And the lion is courage and strength. It's your inner fortitude and your basic primal instinct. Sometimes she's wearing white. And she has kind of like a laurel. So she's recognized, but it's not like a big bravado laurel. It's just like a little tiny grass crown. And then the green, so she's got a lot of wealth on her foundation and vitality. The lion's red, so he's kind of dangerous. But he's also orange too. And so she's kind of creatively taming him. You can see with the orange, from the red fading into the orange. And the yellow being the main overall color, other than the orangey red, I feel like it's just such a positive card. It's just about just using your purity, whether white clues or your good and true intentions, and getting this from red to orange. Take it from anger, sacrifice, passion to creativity. Good times. We'll try one more and see where we're at. And I'll watch it, see what we do. No, I don't want to do the Two of Swords. Well, there's a moon. There's a moon. I think we've done the moon and the Two of Swords in one of my videos. Let's see. Seven of Swords. No. Oh, the Knight of Cups. No, I'm going to find one that's better. Oh, the Queen of Cups is with the Knight. King of Cups. Why are they all together? I shuffled these looking for a major arcana. Oh, we got two major arcana. These are both really good ones. So we'll start with the Chariot first. He's got the two sphinxes, the red, the black, and the white. So the black is the mysteries and the white is the truth kind of thing. So, a lot of people read this card as like this. If he's driving the chariot with this Sphinx, then he's being really dominating. If he's driving the chariot with this Sphinx, then he's being really truthful and honest. And he doesn't have any reins. See, he's not. I mean, he's just doing it with his mind, kind of. And there's a lot of yellow, so there's a lot of expansion and optimism. And he has blue, like all around him, so his emotions are behind him and around his shoulders. And he has a lot of positivity, all the gold and the vitality. He has blue wings, so those are angel wings. You'll see a lot of angels in tarot. The blue wings are like sadness lifting you up and changing you and making you better. And behind him is all the problems, the gray and the red. And then we're like all around him is vitality and growth. And then let's see if there's this little thing, this little square. You'll see these in the tarot. Sometimes they'll have like triangles in them and stuff. I'll have to get into my books to figure out. I can't really remember what all that is. And let's see what other symbols. I don't know what that is. Maybe you can tell me. So yeah, he's got a lot. He's got a star up here. That's optimism and hope. And then let's go over the lovers last, because who doesn't love the lovers? So the angel has the red wings. That's passion. And it is dangerous to be in love, but look at the angel's hair. It's red and green. It's like Christmas. And like the back, the sun kind of behind the angel, it has like this feeling of just shining down good things, riches of the blue, of the emotion. The people are naked. Nudity is showing all. Purple is like royalty, and it's also a connection with the divine. And you see on the lovers, we have snake, apples, and this is like the Garden of Eden kind of thing. The clouds here are really strange. They're kind of bluish with red. So you can kind of take that. The clouds are how you think or how you're seeing things, and they're tainted by emotion, blue, and passion, red, lovers. And in the angel's hands are optimistic, happy, shiny. And down here in between them is a mountain. So this mountain is in between them. And remember what I said about mountains. If they're high and steep, they're going to be kind of harder to manage or more difficult to climb and get down. The obstacle here is a little hard to fall in love with these two. It's always like that, I guess, in the tarot. It's always got something between the lovers. Big mountain. And the angel trying to bring them together through the mountain. So yeah, this is a cool card. I can't think of any other really big symbols without pulling a bunch more cards, but I wanted to give you a little bit to go by before I start doing some more spreads videos where I show you how to read the cards for yourself. I'm trying to think there. I don't think there's any other really big symbols. You can find all that information by looking on the internet. Just want to get you started on it. And hopefully I'll be able to have a video with some more spreads so I can start showing you really how to work with the cards. And lastly, I'd like to thank my sponsor, Everclear. Everclear is an advice app where you get your advice from psychics and empaths. I work there too. You get the clarity you need to create the life you deserve on everclear.com. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. I love you guys. And I miss Misty. Ooh, she's getting better, I think. And I hope you all have a wonderful afternoon, day, evening. And I will see you, or you will hear me later. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.